Have you ever wondered how prices are determined? It all boils down to supply and demand. Supply is what producers offer for sale at various prices, while demand is what consumers are willing to buy. Imagine a hot day and a $5 lemonade. If it were $2, you'd buy more. This shows demand. Lower prices increase quantity demanded. Conversely, higher prices incentivize producers to supply more, reflecting the law of supply. The equilibrium price is where supply meets demand, balancing the market without shortages or surpluses. The law of demand states that as prices rise, quantity demanded falls. If sneakers double in price, you'd reconsider buying them, illustrating the income and substitution effects. Higher prices reduce purchasing power, leading to less demand or cheaper alternatives. Consumers switch to similar products offering better value. The demand curve visually represents the relationship between price and quantity demanded. As price decreases, quantity demanded increases, reflecting the law of demand. Steep curves show high sensitivity to price changes, while flatter curves indicate less sensitivity. The relationship between price and quantity demanded changes constantly. High initial demand for a new smartphone allows premium pricing, but as hype fades, prices may drop to attract more buyers. Understanding these dynamics helps businesses make informed decisions. The availability of substitutes influences demand. If coffee prices rise, consumers switch to cheaper brands, showing demand elasticity. Essential goods with few substitutes like gasoline have inelastic demand. The law of supply states that higher prices lead to increased quantity supplied. A farmer will harvest more apples if prices rise, driven by profit motives. Higher prices incentivize production, but limits exist due to resources and capacity. Generally, higher prices mean more supply. The supply curve shows the relationship between price and quantity supplied. As price increases, so does quantity supplied, reflecting the law of supply. Steep curves indicate high responsiveness to price changes, while flatter curves show less responsiveness. Supply can shift due to factors like input prices, technology, and government policies. Higher input costs reduce supply while technological advances increase it. Taxes decrease supply while subsidies increase it. Price signals guide producers on resource allocation. High prices lead to increased supply, while low prices cause producers to scale back. This dynamic ensures efficient resource allocation. At a farmer's market, supply and demand interact dynamically. High prices may deter buyers, while low prices increase demand. The market seeks equilibrium where supply matches demand. This balance is constantly influenced by shifting forces. The equilibrium price balances supply and demand. At this price, there's no surplus or shortage. Changes in supply or demand factors can shift the equilibrium. A surplus occurs when supply exceeds demand. Businesses may lower prices or reduce production to correct this. The market adjusts to restore balance. Section 4. Shortage struggles when demand exceeds supply. On the flip side, when the quantity demanded exceeds the quantity supplied at a given price, we face a shortage. This means there are more eager buyers than available goods or services, leading to a seller's market. Picture concert tickets for a hugely popular band selling out in minutes, leaving many fans empty-handed and desperate for a way in. Shortages can arise from various factors, including unexpected surges in demand, supply chain disruptions, or government policies that restrict production or availability. Remember the great hand sanitizer shortage of early 2020? Panicked buying driven by the COVID-19 pandemic led to empty store shelves and skyrocketing prices, a stark illustration of a shortage's impact. Shortages, like surpluses, tend to be self-correcting over time. The scarcity of a product or service often drives up prices, making it less accessible to some while encouraging producers to ramp up production to capitalize on the increased demand. As prices rise, demand might cool slightly as some buyers balk at the higher cost, while supply increases as businesses respond to the profit potential. This dance between supply and demand eventually leads to a new equilibrium point, reflecting the market's adjustment to the changing dynamics. Section 5. Equilibrium, a moving target. It's crucial to remember that equilibrium isn't a fixed destination, but rather a constantly moving target. The interplay of supply and demand is a dynamic process, constantly responding to internal and external forces. Changes in consumer preferences, technological advancements, natural disasters, government policies, and global events can all impact the delicate balance between supply and demand, sending the market scrambling to find a new equilibrium point. Imagine a sudden surge in the price of gasoline due to geopolitical turmoil. This price hike could lead to a decrease in demand for gas-guzzling vehicles as consumers seek more fuel-efficient options. Car manufacturers, in turn, might ramp up production of hybrid or electric cars to meet this shifting demand, ultimately leading to a new equilibrium in the automobile market. Understanding that market equilibrium is fluid and ever-evolving is key to making sense of economic trends and making informed decisions as both consumers and producers. By keeping our finger on the pulse of supply and demand, we can navigate the complexities of the marketplace and adapt to the ever-changing economic landscape. The invisible hands helpers factors influencing demand. Price plays a starring role in the supply and demand drama, but there's a whole cast of supporting characters influencing the action behind the scenes. Let's shine a spotlight on some key factors that can shift the demand curve. One major player is income. More money often means more buying, even if prices stay the same. Imagine getting a raise. You might treat yourself to that fancy coffee maker or vacation. This increase in demand shifts the demand curve to the right. Beyond price, taste, trends and expectations, remember that time everyone was suddenly wearing neon colors and leg warmers, or when fidget spinners were all the rage? Tastes and trends, as fickle as they may seem, play a powerful role in shaping demand. When a product becomes trendy, whether it's a fashion item, a gadget, or a new type of food, demand can skyrocket even if the price is relatively high. Think about the latest smartphone release. People camp out overnight, braving long lines and hefty price tags, all for the bragging rights of owning the hottest new tech. But trends like seasons change. What's hot today might be yesterday's news tomorrow. Remember those once ubiquitous selfie sticks? Tastes evolve, new trends emerge, and yesterday's must-have item can quickly become a forgotten relic, gathering dust in the back of a drawer. Expectations about the future can also influence demand today. If consumers anticipate a shortage of a particular good, perhaps due to an impending hurricane or political instability, they might rush to stock up even if the current price is high. This fear of future scarcity can lead to a surge in demand, sometimes referred to as panic buying. The supply side story, production costs and beyond. Now let's turn our attention to the supply side of the equation. Just as demand is influenced by a multitude of factors, the quantity producers are willing to supply at each price level isn't solely determined by the allure of profit. Production costs are a major driver of supply. If the price of raw materials, labor or energy increases, producing a good becomes more expensive. Imagine a furniture maker facing a sudden surge in lumber prices. This increased input cost might force them to raise prices, reduce production, or even temporarily shut down operations if the numbers no longer add up. Technology can be a game changer for supply. Advances in automation, robotics, and manufacturing processes can make production more efficient, reducing costs and increasing the potential supply of goods. Think about how innovations in solar panel technology have significantly increased the supply and driven down the cost of renewable energy in recent years. Government policies can also significantly impact supply. Taxes on production can increase costs and discourage supply, while subsidies can incentivize production and increase supply. Regulations, while often necessary to ensure safety and protect consumers, can sometimes add costs for producers, potentially impacting supply. Technology's influence on supply extends far beyond the factory floor. From agricultural innovations to online marketplaces, technological advancements are reshaping the supply side of the equation in profound ways. Precision agriculture, leveraging sensors, data analytics, and GPS-guided machinery, allows farmers to optimize crop yields, reduce waste, and increase efficiency. These technological advancements can lead to a significant increase in the supply of agricultural products, even in the face of challenges like climate change and resource scarcity. E-commerce platforms and online marketplaces have revolutionized how goods are bought and sold, connecting buyers and sellers across geographical boundaries and reducing barriers to entry for new producers. This increased competition and ease of access to global markets can impact supply dynamics, often leading to lower prices and a wider variety of goods available to consumers. Moreover, advancements in logistics and transportation, from optimized shipping routes to drone delivery systems, are streamlining supply chains, reducing costs, and making it faster and more efficient to get products from producers to consumers. These technological innovations are constantly reshaping the supply side of the equation, impacting the availability and affordability of goods in a rapidly evolving marketplace. We've explored the theory of supply and demand, those invisible forces shaping economic decisions. But how do these concepts play out in the real world? Let's witness supply and demand in action, influencing everything from coffee prices to housing availability. Think about your last grocery trip. Remember those seasonal fruits piled high with vibrant colors? During peak season, strawberries are cheap. Farmers sell quickly, driving prices down. As seasons change, prices climb. Supply dwindles and prices rise. This shows how supply and demand influence prices daily. From stock markets to farmers' markets, these principles shape our economic landscape. Few markets are as universally relatable and as susceptible to the whims of supply and demand as the housing market. Whether you're a seasoned homeowner, a first-time buyer, or a renter, supply and demand play a crucial role. In a thriving economy, housing demand often outpaces supply, creating a seller's market. The influx of new residents can drive up prices, leading to bidding wars and faster sales. Conversely, during economic downturns, housing supply might exceed demand, leading to a buyer's market. Factors like interest rates, government policies, and natural disasters can impact the balance. Section 3. Riding the commodity roller coaster from oil to coffee beans. Commodities, the backbone of our global economy, show the power of supply and demand. From oil to coffee beans, prices constantly fluctuate due to various factors. Geopolitical events and natural disasters can impact global oil supply. Economic growth, technology, and seasons influence oil demand. This supply-demand dance affects commodities like coffee, wheat, and metals. Section 4. The labor market labyrinth: skills, wages, and job opportunities. Labor is subject to supply and demand. The labor market is complex and dynamic. Workers offer skills for wages, benefits, and growth. High demand for skilled workers can lead to higher wages. Companies compete for top talent. Specialized skills in high demand lead to multiple job offers. Economic downturns can lead to layoffs and stagnant wages. Automation and online services can displace workers. Education and policies shape the labor market. Section 1. The enduring significance of supply and demand. We've journeyed through the fascinating, sometimes tumultuous world of supply and demand, those twin pillars of economic theory that govern the allocation of resources in a world of infinite wants and finite means. From the bustling aisles of the grocery store to the global arena of commodity markets, we've witnessed how these fundamental forces shape prices, influence production, and impact the lives of consumers and producers alike. Like a cosmic dance, supply and demand are constantly interacting, seeking equilibrium, that elusive point where the quantity supplied perfectly matches the quantity demanded. But this balance is rarely static. It's a moving target, constantly responding to a myriad of factors, from shifting consumer preferences and technological advancements to government policies and global events. Understanding the principles of supply and demand is not just an academic exercise reserved for economists and policymakers. It's a powerful tool for making sense of the world around us, for comprehending the forces that drive economic decisions, and for navigating the complexities of the marketplace as informed consumers and engaged citizens. Section 2. Navigating the market landscape, informed choices for all. Whether we're deciding what to buy, where to live, or what career path to pursue, the concepts of supply and demand are always lurking in the background, influencing our choices and shaping our economic realities. By grasping these fundamental principles, we empower ourselves to make more informed decisions, both big and small. As consumers, understanding how supply and demand impact prices can help us make savvy shopping choices, whether we're seeking the best deals on groceries or timing the purchase of a new car. It allows us to anticipate price fluctuations, recognize the impact of scarcity and abundance, and make informed decisions that align with our budgets and priorities. For those entering the workforce or considering a career change, understanding the dynamics of supply and demand in the labor market is paramount. By identifying industries experiencing growth and recognizing skills in high demand, individuals can make strategic choices that enhance their job prospects and earning potential. Section 3. The future of economics. Embracing complexity, embracing understanding. The world of economics is rarely as neat and predictable as textbook models might suggest. It's a complex, ever-evolving system influenced by human behavior, technological innovation, and a constant stream of unforeseen events. Yet, amidst this complexity, the enduring principles of supply and demand provide a foundational framework for understanding how markets function and how resources are allocated. As technology continues to reshape industries, disrupt traditional business models, and create new possibilities, the interplay of supply and demand will undoubtedly become even more intricate. The rise of e-commerce, the sharing economy, and the increasing interconnectedness of global markets present both challenges and opportunities for understanding how these fundamental forces will shape the economic landscape of the future. By embracing complexity, fostering economic literacy, and engaging in ongoing dialogue about the forces that drive our world, we can navigate the challenges and harness the opportunities that lie ahead. Understanding supply and demand is not just about deciphering economic theory, it's about empowering ourselves to make informed choices, participate actively in the marketplace, and shape a more prosperous and equitable future for all.